Draft Combine exposes that Ace Bailey is smaller than he says. All right, let's get it.
So I'm back. I'm back for a whole bunch of draft coverage. We have plenty of time between now and a draft. We've got over a month. And for the next month on this channel, you are going to be seeing an absolute ton of draft coverage. We're going to be talking about players. We're going to be talking about potential trades. We're going to be talking about mock drafts. We're going to be doing all this. Like, I haven't uploaded in
Uh, I don't mind either Harper or Ace, but Ace is so raw and only like an inch taller than Dylan. So many basketball heights are wrong. That is facts. That is facts. Look at Bronny James. My guy Rio just sent me that.
3 weeks on this channel, and pretty much have uploaded since the 13th of, or since the 1st of March, I've uploaded 30 videos. So obviously,
All right, let's skip ahead a bit.
over the summer, free agency, draft, all of this stuff. It can be a lot of fun to cover, and I'm interested. I get really excited for draft around draft time. Just always, I always do when it comes to just sports, and that's the thing with the NBA draft. You just never know. And the new draft combine forcing people to get measurements. All I'm gonna say, it is like
It is what?
it's a really, really interesting one when it comes to Ace Bailey because he's 6'7".
6'10" to 6'7". Pretty sure Van Fleet is like 5'9". They don't make his body type 6 foot.
He's not 6'10". He's 6'7". And I understand, obviously, look, game means more than height. But I'm sorry, like we're seeing Victor Wembanyama. Like we see him standing beside Zach Edey and he's bigger than Zach Edey. He towers over guys that are listed as 1 inch shorter than him. And you've now got
Play like you guys said in the chat. People lie about their heights all the time. Kevin Durant, perfect example. He lied to get girls. He claims he's not 7'4". He claims he's 6'10".
Ace Bailey, who, I mean, struggled to do anything off the dribble. He struggles to do anything off the dribble, and now you're looking at him only being 6'7". He is a 6'7" catch and shoot player. Like,
can he still space the floor? That's all I care about.
I think it's going to be a very, very, very tough one when it comes to to draft Ace Bailey now when he's only 6'7". Like he was listed as 6'7" in the combine, not 6'10". And
that's the tweet I just showed you guys.
You've gone from a Michael Porter Jr. type wing who can just shoot over people to he's your average small forward height, and he still just shoots over people, which is a not ideal archetype to have.
Archetype to have. Archetype to have. Allen Iverson, archetype to have. I know it's different players and all that, but to me, it doesn't matter about height. It really doesn't.
And I still think he's going to go top 6 or 7 in the draft.
Whoa! Whoa! Top 6 or 7? Are you serious right now? Top 6 or 7? Dude, the entire year, he was projected to go 3 behind Harper and Cooper Flag. You're telling me just because of his height, dropping 3 inches, is going to drop him that much? Is going to drop him that much? Just 3 inches? Come on, man.
However, I can't see him going. I genuinely just can't see him going in that top 3 at the minute. Like, it was seemingly a given that Dylan Harper was going to be 2 and Ace Bailey's 3. And Dylan Harper, you can enjoy playing for the Milwaukee Bucks. But at the same time now, like, you're seeing pictures of a lot of people saying Ace Bailey's going to be a flop. And it's not even like a Brandon Miller.
I'm getting tired of people deciding if someone's going to be a bust or not when they haven't even stepped on a court yet. I'm getting tired of that. For his position, I think, yeah, sadly, I have a feeling Ace will go too, but if Spurs don't trade it, that's the thing too with the Spurs. Dylan Harper, if they get Dylan Harper at 2, that means you have Fox, Paul, Stefan Castle, and Dylan Harper. That's too many. That is too many guards, but I can see it because Chris Paul is on his way out, and he can mentor Dylan Harper. So that's another thing, but that's something to talk about.
Miller situation, because he's not as good as Brandon Miller. Like, he is just Brandon Miller, but worse. And for me, I think that's an extremely difficult thing to.
Brandon Miller, I feel like he needs. How do I say this? Brandon Miller, he's a very young, talented player that needs more spotlight. He's not getting what he can truly get from the Charlotte Hornets. Obviously, he's not going to get moved. He's going to stay here. He's going to stay in Charlotte for a little bit. He's going to stay there because it's a rookie contract.
Like, to draft at number 3, because there are players like Jackie Jonas. There are players that you can take in this draft. Trey Johnson, you know he's going to be a bucket no matter what. Obviously, for Dylan Harper, he's going to go above Ace Bailey. But you also have to look at VJ Edgecombe.
I really like VJ Edgecombe. Really like VJ Edgecombe. If the Sixers draft VJ Edgecombe over Ace Bailey, I would not be mad, but Ace Bailey's a better fit.
Looking at VJ Edgecombe, and I know he's undersized, but VJ Edgecombe is.
I just don't think Ace will be able to play right away. Well, if you look at the Sixers roster and all the small, like, you have Kelly Oubre, you got Yabu, you got Ricky Council, and all that. Right away, Dylan Harper, I think, won't play right away. If they want Jared McCain to be a 6-man, then I can see it, but I highly doubt it after how well he played in the starting lineup. So, if you want a 6-man and Dylan Harper is still there, you could take him as like a 6-man, but we need De'Aaron Fox. We need a big trade. De'Aaron Fox is not going anywhere. He wanted to go to Spurs. He wanted to play there, so he's not going to go anywhere. I could see Harper or McCain being a 6-man. Either one works.
Legitimately a freak athlete, great defender, an improving jump shooter who looks like he could be like a perfect fit at 3. Like, you look at the draft, the Sixers have 3 who could be a perfect fit beside a shot maker. And PG is still going to be there. You're not getting off Paul George. So suddenly Paul George doesn't have to do the work on the defensive end. You slide.
Paul George needs to stop the podcast. He needs to stop the podcast. He started it back up. Paul George needs to stop his podcast. Stop it. Who listens to that?
Him in at the 2. You got Maxey at the 1. You pray that Embiid's knees work again, which I doubt they ever do. And you've got a perfect player. And obviously, VJ Edgecombe isn't.
He forgot to say Jared McCain.
All of a sudden, 3 inches shorter than he was supposed to be. And you saw it again, just how, like, if you're looking at the combine, just how high this kid can jump. Like, I remember watching the Olympic.
He is super athletic. Hey, Jay, how's it going? Yeah. Blaze was against tanking. Tell y'all Sixers fans and keep the 2025. Giannis for Embiid, we need to give up a lot more. H. Bailey has been on the PG pod for a few times. Well, chemistry, there you go.
Qualifiers last year, and I saw him try to dunk on someone from the free throw line. He was like this far off getting a poster from the free throw line, VJ Edgecombe. So, like, I just can't believe that. Well, I just don't believe that a player like that is going to fall in the Sixers' lap, and they're going to take a player who just catches and shoots, And
He can shoot off the dribble. He he can shoot off the dribble. He's like a Kevin Durant and Paul George type. This guy can shoot off the dribble. And just because he's knocked down 3 inches, you're not going to take him? Height actually doesn't matter. It's height. Vertical reach, that matters the most. Athleticism over height. Athleticism over height. Take Hawk for PC and Embiid. Remove remove Warriors time. Yeah.
not only that, there's only 3-inch difference between them. Dylan Harper as well, measuring a 6'4.5", isn't ideal either for him. But Dylan Harper has more game. He can dribble the ball. But like when it comes to the Sixers as well, if you're looking at heights, Trey Johnson being the same height as Jacques Jonas, you can see that as being maybe a thing you would consider. Like Colin Murray Boyles, a 6'6" non-shooter. I can see him falling out of the first round. Malawach, 7'1", pretty much. And yeah, it's just not ideal. It's not an ideal one at all. And at least Harper and Ace Bailey have the wingspan to kind of make up for it over like a Con Knipple or like Trey Johnson, much better build than Jackie Jonas, which obviously has to get taken into account or it has to come into effect as well. But for me, I understand why the Sixers wouldn't go Trey Johnson. I understand why they would. I'd say second on their pick would be Ace Bailey. But if you're the Charlotte Hornets, you're probably just praying that VJ Edgecombe drops to you because I don't know where he fits in Charlotte. Like we could be seeing Ace Bailey could be the slide. Like there's going to be a slide. There's always a slide.
There's always a slide. That is right. No matter what sport it is. Look at Shedeur Sanders. Major slide. Nerlens Noel slid right to us. Jabari Smith was taken instead of Paolo Banchero. If we don't get VJ or Ace, Dylan, I would not be a happy camper. Yeah, we gotta get one of them. I would take Yuki over some of these tall players. I would too. I don't watch college basketball depending on the trade package. I may trade down too. That's another option.
I'm trying to think who last year's slide was. Klingon going to 7 was a bit of a slide because like Klingon was expected to go 3. There was talks about Klingon going 1 last year. That was a bit of a slide. I've obviously like Collier slid. Filipowski slid because of the whole grooming situation. Or
yeah, I forgot about that.
Alleged grooming situation. But yeah, it is an interesting one. It is an interesting one to see what teams are going to do. And for the Sixers, I would be shocked if VJ Edgecombe is a Sixer. I just don't think he fits if they're going to keep their pick. I think maybe if you're the Sixers, if you're trying to win, going and like trading that pick, trading the 3rd pick for like maybe a win now player if you're the Sixers.
That is definitely an option on the table. Yes, McCain fell. Yes, McCain fell. I don't see Daryl Morey making a trade though. I don't see it. I really don't. Because actually I do and I don't. Because once you look at the the young guys that he wants, right? He wants young guys. He wants more athleticism. Go with not Ron Harper. Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, VJ Edgecombe, take one of those guys. I can also see him trading for like a Kevin Durant type or Giannis. I can see that either way. But for me, it's like you got to take these guys. I don't trust him either. I really don't. But he nailed Maxey and McCain. He nailed those picks. God, he's not. They already turned it down. He already turned it down.
I think the Sixers are dumb. I think the Sixers in general are dumb. But yeah, it's just an interesting one, and he's way smaller than he's meant to be, which is not ideal at all for anyone involved in the situation, including Ace Bailey, because I don't know. For me, this pushes VJ Edgecombe ahead of him. It's very different being a 6'10" player and doing what he does and being a 6'7" player with no handle whatsoever.
All right. There you have that. Very interesting. Yeah, the Sixers are dumb, but you can see whatever they want. They have how do I say this? This guy can transition, can transform, can push the roster, to push the Sixers organization in the right direction. He does not have to be the number one option, right? He can learn under Paul George. He can learn under all those guys. But you guys know me. I want fit over star talent. And in my opinion, Ace Bailey fits that over Dylan Harper. I can see that going either way. Yep. That was interesting. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. MK out.